Hi everyone, we're AI Engineers Europe in London, and I'm joined by Lawrence from Incident.io.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Lawrence, I know you're doing a talk about, this is my butchering of your title, but it's like AI against AI, more or less.
Yeah. So I think this is a theme that's coming up more and more, both actually in the products that people are producing. So, for example, we are building an AI SRE, quite fundamentally on the basis that when people are shipping a ton more of this software, they need AI to actually help them manage that stuff in production. The more software that they put out, the more problems that you end up hitting. So if you can get AI to help you debug those issues faster and hopefully tackle them before they even land, that's something that can help manage the complexity of shipping all this software. But my talk is specifically about what we are doing internally when we're building this AI SRE tool. So we are obviously running these investigations to try and root cause your incident. And when we're doing that over hundreds or thousands of customer accounts and doing thousands of investigations a day, actually understanding how the system is performing is not something that a human can do. So for our internal tools, we've actually leveraged a lot of AI to try and understand how it's performing, if it's getting better, if it gets worse, why has it got worse? And I think that it's just going to be a consistent theme, like fighting fire with fire or AI with AI.
And how is it like, how does it perform? Has it been helpful?
Yeah, so I mean, like we have a ton of tools to tell us how this AI SRE is performing. We're working with several design partners now, so anywhere from like really big companies through to like even just running this on our own account. Like when you've got the system configured well, like we're seeing like 85, like 90% accuracy on the incidents that we're running this root cause analysis against, which is really mind blowing and not something that we really thought that we were going to get to. But the real hard part is it's such a non-deterministic system. We are plugged into logs, metrics, traces. Sometimes your logging system may just be down. So we might run the same investigation one day, and then the next day it doesn't do quite as well. Maybe that's us. Maybe that is variability in the AI, but potentially it's even that like your logs aren't responding or like your application is misconfigured. So trying to dig through all of those, all of the needles in the haystack to try and figure out, is this actually us? Like what's actually going on? Are we getting better? Has it got worse for a reason that we can control? That's what all of this tooling is kind of built to do. And yes, it is making it a lot better.
Yeah, I can believe that you wrote a very good report on this as well, because I read I read a certain blog post that you wrote probably a couple of years ago now. The new MacBook.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah, that was really funny. We had like we had made the case to upgrade everyone's laptops, but it was just trying to use some of the new OpenAI stuff because they were the first ones to put together this like data analysis platform. So I was trying to use all the data that we had from build times and everything that people are running internally on our dev laptops to justify the ROI on like upgrading everyone's fleet. But I think like the interesting thing is like, yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because I'd almost forgotten. That is kind of the genesis of a lot of this stuff. Having like analysis playbooks that you can use to crawl through all of this data. AI is really bad at doing maths. It's like very bad in some cases at drawing conclusions about things. But if you can put your human expertise into a runbook and have the AI run that, it actually does really, really well at drawing meaning from a lot of data. And that's exactly what we're doing at the moment to analyze at scale how AI SRE is running. It's not getting us new MacBooks, that I know, but it is helping us ship a really, really great product for our customers.
Okay, and then the question that's we're going to ask the dumb, naive question. So why can't I just chuck my error logs into Claude? And where are you seeing like the special sauce and what really makes a difference?
Yeah, so there's actually a bunch of reasons. So like naively, if you think about like telemetry data and logs, like Claude and all of these AI tools are really context limited. And logs can be gigabytes of logs, like you've immediately blown the context window.
Yeah.
So when it comes to interacting with telemetry data, we have like very specific ways of formatting and structuring and summarizing that data so that the AI can get like a summary and then dig into the interesting parts. So context management is a big thing. But the biggest reason is that if you just open up Claude and you go, hey, figure out what this problem is, you're essentially taking a really smart engineer from a different company, this is Claude in this case, and you're asking them to debug your production incident. And Like we know that this doesn't work because we don't hire engineers and put them in our team and go, hey, good luck, here's a Sev Zero. Like the best people in your organization are both extremely smart. They know how to leverage the context in the organization that you have, so all of your history, but they also have memory and they know how your organization works. And that's exactly what our tool does. So our tool is continually building an understanding of your organization, of your production infrastructure, and then it's using that and feeding that to the AI so that we can actually figure out what's going on. If you just take Claude and you say, hey, give it a shot, it will spiral off and it will go do things, and who knows if it will find the right answer, and you can't really trust it. With our system, we're grounding everything that we say in what we've seen happen in the past. We have like quite a lot of structures in place to try and like grade our confidence and kind of align ourselves with what's going on in the incident channel. And then there's a bunch of like there's product packaging with this. So like we're shipping a desktop app so that you can jump directly into Claude Code or Codex or whatever you use, where we'll pull down all of this investigation data and then you can pair directly from your Claude session with our centralized agent. And if you're doing that in team, and maybe you have several different engineers, maybe you're even remote, now you suddenly have these agents are helping people on their laptops, but everything is being fed back centrally. And if someone finds something on their machine, we'll prompt you to say, hey, do you want to share that back into the main incident, back to the people who need it? And suddenly someone gets a notification that goes, hey, like actually Lawrence has found this thing. It probably looks like it's something else. And then you can redirect what you're doing. So there's a huge amount of coordination and there's a huge amount of organizational context. And like that is exactly what the product is.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, and then what have you been excited about at AI Engineers?
Honestly, like just speaking with so many of the people here, like speaking with actually a ton of customers as well, like Brain Trust and a couple of other people. It's just like watching everyone try and solve these problems, which are quite novel given the age of AI, and seeing all the really, really cool stuff that they're building that was just simply not possible before. That is actually what's been really energizing and really exciting about this event for me.
Has there been anything that you're like, I'm going to take that away and...
Yeah, so I think like I was speaking with Brain Trust earlier about like how their system works and how they kind of have their custom tracing solution to try and store all these traces. I think like they have some like ambient like analysis of everything that's going on in the system, and they try and identify patterns that you may not have previously even thought to look for. And I think we're very targeted in all of our internal tools at the moment, and we know what we're grading and what we're looking for. I'd love to get something that was a bit more like looking for the thing that we didn't realize was there, or trying to identify trends that we hadn't even thought about. That for me was like really, really useful.
Okay, amazing. And okay, wait, this is definitely the final question.
Okay.
What are you most excited about Incident at the moment?
I mean, I'm really, really, really excited about getting AI SRE to everyone. So I think like we are properly launching this for general access like very, very soon. And like watching our design partners, who are a total range of companies, gradually come in with more feedback, being like, I think we had someone say the other day, like just send us a message being like, actually, I'm quite shook. Like, I can't believe it figured this out. And like other people being like, this would have taken 4 of our engineers days and I'm still not sure if they would have found it. Like some of the stuff it does is just surprising. And like, this is where AI can really, really up level your team. We've had it find things before where like our engineers were debugging an issue with sending pages in China. And they really thought that it was going to be the global firewall, because like it normally is when you're dealing with stuff in China. But then the AI SRE actually started scanning the documentation for our telecom provider in China, which obviously we can read because it's in Chinese.
Yeah.
And it turns out there was a documented thing there that was like beyond 750 milliseconds will time you out. And then it correlated that with a trace, and it came into the channel and was like, guys, I know you think it's the firewall, but like this is actually documented in these docs, which they opened and went, oh God. Like, and that stuff is like, like that is just not possible without these tools.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about everyone's reaction when we really release this.
Okay, and you think that's coming soon?
That is coming soon. That is coming very soon.
Everyone, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Laura.
Thanks for having me.